building out one more tier of teams where it's like the top 40 teams in the country.
Yeah.
Almost do like a European football style of regulation where like whatever the
relegation.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Like the bottom five or bottom 10 teams of the 40 get relegated down to that tier 2. The top 5,
Don't
top
judge
10,
Joey based on his European soccer knowledge.
Yeah,
that's my area.
It is 0.
Yeah.
But those top 40, that league, if you like, it is professional now. You have to pay your players X amount, and you have to do things on a professional level. It is a business, and that's how you run. Because every year, like those are the teams that are pulling in money.
You're arguing
typically.
It turns into a business at that point. Why still have the college associated with
but
it?
that goes back to what Jeff was saying about the culture. Because can you name one semi-professional sports team that matters?
That's the whole point. They shouldn't. Only the pros should matter.
Jason,
Man. But you don't see. But you are totally missing the cultural aspect.
But you guys
and the traditional aspect.
You guys are arguing
of it.
Culture, tradition for something that only benefits a small portion of the student body. 1 to 2%.
That's not what we're arguing.
Let me finish this. 1 to 2% of students benefit from those sports programs directly. That's the scholarships. You guys don't watch and see, hey, they just hired this top engineer. Let's get fucking excited for everyone in the engineering. You guys don't give a shit about any of the academics. And that's the problem. Like these people, you guys are like culture, community, but it's all sports. It's not academics. It's not quality of students.
I think that's a horrible argument.
I gotta say why. Okay, I gotta chime in.
That's the only argument that should
university
matter.
could put out 500 engineers in a year. We'll say that loosely, right? Or 50. We'll go with 50. Guess what?
Yeah.
You know how many people go into the pros that university? It turns out for wide receiver, you can name like 2 a year that actually get remembered. That's why those guys get all that glory because they're so rare. I, as a human, look at that and go, I can't do that. I chased bodybuilding and found out quickly, like, I could grind it and build something, but it took a lot of drugs to do it and a lot of food to do it, which was not good for me. And I feel like I want to see the freaks, and I'm going to be more inclined to pay to watch that. So I feel like that's a natural tendency of what they're doing.
What I'm going to ask is, does the community of a university fail if you get rid of the athletics?
Yeah, I wouldn't give a shit.
How much money they make.
Yeah.
See, I don't think they make as much as you think they make.
The athletic departments don't make as much as you think.
I think revenue, yes. Profit, back to the bottom line of the university.
I agree.
I don't think that's much.
They don't make much, and a lot of them lose money.
Yeah,
and that's especially the public schools. That's where the tax money comes in and the subsidies and stuff. No, I completely agree with that.
People who are going to go to your school are going to later give you endowment money to put towards the endowment.
But who do you think gives more? The athletes? I think the people who go out and become billionaires probably
absolutely. They
like
absolutely.
Mark Cuban to IU get more than any other athlete ever has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. But going back to what you said about like only 1 or 2% benefit from the sport, I disagree with that premise entirely because we just said like the joy that it brings, the community and the student body and the culture that it brings, I think that is a direct benefit to everyone. I think you're looking strictly at the financial benefit, and I think it goes way beyond that in terms of how it affects people's lives. So, and that was my semi-pro argument: is semi-pro sports don't affect people's lives. You might minor league baseball team might fill up on a nice spring day half their state, because people want to go have a nice day, but no one's talking about them at the water cooler at work. No one's like, making plans to hang out with their chosen family or their family, whatever, on a Saturday to watch the minor league basket, the G League team in the city. People gravitate towards college sports and gravitate towards that energy and that culture. And like Jeff said, it's something unique to this country. It's unique. It's a really special thing. And I think that is a direct benefit to anyone that feels that thing. And the attachment to sports and sporting competition is innately in humans' DNA. It's been happening since the beginning of humankind, you know? The Romans had athletics, the Aztecs had athletics, the Mayans had athletics, like competition, like we're attracted to it as people, you know? So this is something we're attracted to. And I think that in itself is something, is a benefit, because I gain great joy watching. I'm a big NBA guy. I'll watch a fucking Oklahoma City. What'd you say? Yeah, I'll watch an Oklahoma City Thunder Orlando Magic preseason game in Summer League in August on a Thursday.
They travel every other play and carry every play.
Yeah, because you watch a ton of basketball.
I actually used to watch a ton of college basketball. Yeah.
But like that brings me joy. That's something I just enjoy doing. Yeah. Are you saying my joy is not validated as a benefit just because I'm spending money to do it instead of making money doing it?
I would argue that your joy doesn't outweigh the academic benefits that should be prioritized over the athletics for the students of the school.
I don't think those schools are suffering in academics because of athletics.
I think it pulls resources away. I think it pulls attention away.
So much motherfucking money that they can have resources going to all of it.
But okay. if we refocus, Jeff, I'm going to point this to you.
Sure, yeah.
If we refocus all that energy that goes into athletics and circle back to what Joey said at the beginning, how out of control student loan is, and if we refocus that and say, hey, it's time to fix the college system, is keeping athletics part of that future system, or do you get rid of it and make it refocus on academics and make it affordable again?
You keep it and you do both.
I think you keep it and do both. And I guess I just look at it like, you know, it's going to be it's going to have to figure out a way where when people make their decisions to go to college, they're held responsible for them and understanding what that can really do too. Like I paid off all my student loans. So I look at this like that argument about the student loans Joey said earlier, I didn't kind of agree with. I'm kind of like, pay your money.
How much were your student loans, if you don't mind?
$44K. Paid them all off.
$44K?
Mm-hmm.
My school, when I went in 2006, was $44K a year. Now it's almost 60.
See,
the amount of money difference is fucking wild, and businesses are still expecting people to have at least a 4-year degree.
Oh, dude!
So
that's what I'm getting.
Mandatory.
It got to be stupid. But that's the whole thing with the whole system. If you look over what's going on now in college football, the whole thing's stupid over there. Like, you know, the money's out of control, which is your argument. It's draining resources, it's draining attention. Well, here's the thing. I don't want a bunch of people going to college fucking just getting all this attention and accolades for their great shit they do, because in honesty, they're just going to class to learn theory. It doesn't fucking work in the real world often. And that's one of those where I'm like, cool, we can find a happy medium. I get what you're saying, that the sports are a drain to a degree and take away attention, but I don't know if giving it to anywhere else is better. And I think that I think sports do good for the universities. There's a sense and a state pride when like Michigan wins a national title. I just feel like sometimes like in the world, there's got to be some wins, and a lot of people don't see those anymore.
What if, sorry, just to interject real quick, what if the sports and the athletics are actually helping prevent burnout from those top students?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting
from being pushed to the limit, and they get a little break to like watch the basketball game with their friends on a Wednesday night and have some pizza while they stop studying, and it just allows them to chill and relax for a minute and lets them study harder when they get back to the books.
The high achievers I knew in college,
I'm just saying.
I know the high achievers I knew in college, they didn't care about athletics. They cared about getting into medical school.
Good for them.
Nothing else mattered.
Good for them.
They wouldn't turn that up. So burnout was burnout.
And okay,
I
and
think
then that's a type of, that's one type of person.
Yeah.
You know, and society needs those people.
Yeah.
But society also needs this other group of people. I think we need all of it.
Define the other group of people.
People that aren't absolutely end of day driven by a goal. Be it making medical school, be it making this business succeed, be it, you know, most people are not that goal driven.
Sure.
You know, period. You know, most people just want to figure out how to get the things that they need so they can live a life that they deem to be a happy life. I think that is the majority of people. They're not defined by the work that they do. They're defined by, I like this thing, so I'm going to do this job to try and support doing this thing. They work to live, not live to work.
I don't know. I could argue this because UT crushed it. They get all that money. Every time they do, they update their weight room. All the college athletic teams can use like the weight room and the other stuff that UT's program hands down. I could see where the football program benefits so much, like when Nike sponsors the uniforms, getting those contracts, stuff like that. I think it gives kids the opportunity with NIL. Like if you remember Marcus Lattimore, that's what really changed my mind on them getting paid.
Great example.
He was this monster back, had every potential to be like Peyton-esque and Barry Sanders-ish because of his just ability to wiggle. Man, he was just tackled back up behind. Those ACLs gone, and 49ers gave him a chance.
Yeah, he never really played in the league.
Do it, and he never got anything for it.
So
And that's where it changed my mind on. I'm like, you know what?
He could have at least been making
gotten
money.
something, but he could get it from his jersey, he could get it from signing the autographs, get it from the helmets. Those kids deserve that right. Where my problem is with the NIL, and if we're going to make it and say that college is going to be a business, but we're going to keep the culture there, then we need to do something to protect the kids. Like, hey, you're going to get paid these contracts. Some of your money's got to go over here and it's held like in a trust. You just can't get it. You know what I mean? Like, let them have something for the future. Because a lot of those kids, man, the reason they're able now in the NIL age to go 6-7 years because of the COVID rules, stuff like that, they can keep pulling their name out and ask for more money. It's a chance for them to be able to earn, and I'm all for it. I think it's great.